Hello, hello. Hello? వచ్చారా స్టూడెంట్స్ జాయిన్ అవ్వరా హలో అవునా గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ టు ఆల్ థర్డ్ క్లాస్ స్టూడెంట్స్ వచ్చారు Good morning to all students. If students are in line, just responding. Students could convert. Respond with the మనకి ఎట్లా తీసుకుంటున్నారు చెప్పింది రాసుకున్నారు అదే Today we are going to start okay. Good morning to all. So today we are going to start number system. Today we are going to start number system. Number system. So what is the first induction set here? Number system means the first induction set means the number which we are going to naturally using numbers or naturally using numbers or the numbers which are using for counting are called as a natural number system. Natural numbers. Why these are called as a natural numbers? These natural numbers we are using in a natural counting. So these natural numbers are also called as a counting numbers. Counting number. For counting, we are using these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. This is natural numbers. This is the smallest induction set. This is the smallest induction set. Means this is the smaller number system. In a number system, this is the smallest system. This number, natural numbers, is the smallest induction set, means this is the smaller set. So in this set is denoted by, which is denoted by, in natural numbers, what is the starting letter here? N. That's why which is denoted by N. So what are those natural numbers? I have already told you that these numbers are counting numbers. What are the countings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. But how many numbers we have? Infinitely many numbers which you cannot represent in a set form. That is why just I represent a few numbers. Later I put a dot. After this is the smallest induction set. But to this natural number set, one more number is added here. That is 0. To this natural number system we added a 0. Then it is whole number. This is a which number? Whole number system. Whole number system. The whole number system, the first letter is what? W. So this whole number system is denoted by W. So what is the difference between these two? Natural numbers, it starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whole numbers, two natural numbers, if we add a 0, we get a which numbers? Whole numbers. Here we have only a positive integers. To that 0 is added, then it is a whole number system. But further this whole number system is added. So this is the natural number system, this is the whole number system. Further this whole number system is extended. Then what are the numbers we can get here? -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and so on. So this is a integers. This is denoted by what? I or Z. So it is a integer system. In integers, the first initial letter is what here? I. So it is denoted by I or Z. Now this integer, first one is the natural number system, which are also called as a counting numbers. Since for counting we are using these numbers, so this is the smallest induction set. This natural number system is a further extended. we get one more system, that is the whole number system. In whole number system, start the numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Again further, this whole number system is also extended on. This whole number system also what? Extended. Then we get integers. Now the integers, these are the integers. Now the integers split in three ways. What is that? -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, like this or not. But this particular part which has only negative integers, -3, -2, -1 and so on. Why I put on so on? Because this is the infinite set or not, which has no ending. To represent it, I put a dash dash dash. So these are only a which numbers? Negative integers. So it is denoted by what? I minus. But this is what, amma? 0 is a single element. But this is gives what? Positive integers. So negative integers we denoted by what? I minus. Positive integers we divide by what? Oh, negative integers denote by I minus. Positive integers denoted by which one? I plus. And 0 is a bifurcating negative and positive integers. So their union is gives a which set? Integer sets. So that's why sometimes this natural number set is denoted by what? I plus, means what? Positive integer set. Positive integer set. It is a positive integer set. But this whole number system, it is a I plus union one extra element 0. So this is called as a this is called as non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. So remember this one. What is that? The positive integer set means it is a natural number set. Non-negative integers. Non-negative means not a negative integers. Not a negative integers means which part we consider? 0 and positive integers. That's why the non-negative integers is also called, whole number system is a non-negative integer system. Natural number system is also called as a positive integer set. Whenever the word positive integer set is used, you think that it is a natural number set. Whenever the word non-negative integers is used, you think that it is a whole number system. But integers means which is the combination of a negative integers, 0 and positive integers. Further, this integer set is also extended. This integer set is also extended. This integer set also extended. We get what? Extension of this integer set is a rational number set. Rational number set. Further we extended this set, that is the rational number set. In rational number set is also called as the quotient number. Quotient numbers. But this rational number set, quotient numbers, but here what is the initial letter of a quotient numbers? Q. So rational number set is denoted by which one? Rational number set is denoted by Q, means quotient numbers. Now first what we have to here is natural numbers, which are also called as a positive integer set. Whole numbers, the extension of a natural is a whole numbers, which is also called as a non-negative integers. Next, its a further extension is integer set, which is the combination of a negative integers, 0 and positive integers. Positive integers is natural number set. Positive integers with 0 is a non-negative integers. Again, this integer set also extended, further extended this integer set. So what is that? That is the rational number set, which are also called as a quotient numbers, which is denoted by which one? Q, the first letters of a quotient numbers. Now again these rational numbers are classified in a two ways. For rational numbers, classified into two ways. What is that? Integers, and next one is what? Non-integer. But in general, the rational numbers can be written in which form? In the form of a P by Q, such that, so quotient numbers or rational numbers you can write in the form of P by Q, such that both P comma Q are integers, but their greatest common divisor of P comma Q should be 1. So it is the simplest form. Is a which form? Simplest form of rational number. P comma Q belongs to Z, and the greatest common divisor of P comma Q is gives what? 1. So this is the general representation of a rational number, P by Q, such that both P comma Q are integers, but the greatest common divisor of P comma Q is what? 1. So now the rational numbers are classified into two ways. One is the integers, another one is what? Non-integers. That means what? Integers also a rational numbers. Why? For example, if we take a 2, 2 can be written as what? 2 by 1. Or 5 can be written as what? 5 by 1. We have written is in which form? P by Q form. So what is the greatest common divisor of a 2 comma 1 and 5 comma 1 is what? 1 or that. So that means the integers are also rational numbers. But next one is what? Non-integers. These non-integers we can classify in two ways. One is what? Terminating decimal number. Terminating decimal. Terminating a decimal number. The second one is what? Non-terminating decimal number. Non-terminating decimal number. Terminating decimal number, non-terminating decimal numbers, non-integers. So terminating decimal numbers and non-terminating decimal numbers. These non-terminating decimals are also called as a recurring decimal. Recurring decimal number. So what is the recurring means? Reoccurring. After the decimal, the number is recurring means the same number is occurring. What is the terminating decimal number? For example, 3 by 4 is equal to what? 0.75. For the decimal, the number is terminated or not? 0.75 means after the decimal, what happened? Number is a terminated. That's why it is called as a terminated decimal number. So if you take 1 by 3, it is gives what? 0.333 like this or not? After the decimal, what happened? The number is not terminating. It is a further continuing or not? So what is here? Here is 3 is occurring again and again and again or? That's why here you can put a 0.3 recurring or not. So why I put a bar? By putting a bar, what you came to know that the same number is repeating or not. If it is like this 1.22353535 like this it is there. How we can write down this one? 1.2 which is occurring 353535 is repeating or not. That's why you can take it is a 35 recurring or 1.235 recurring. So these are what? They are non-terminating means they are not terminating. Non-terminating decimal number, not terminating, which are also called as a recurring decimal means recurring decimals. That means what? After the decimal the numbers are 353535. What happened? They are not terminating, but the same 3535 is a repeating on. That is why they are called as a non-terminating recurring decimal. Because of 353535 is repeating, I put simply 35 bar. Means what? This 35 is repeating, same number is repeating indefinitely. So these are called as what? Terminating decimal numbers and non-terminating decimal numbers. These are integers. Non-integers we can classify like this. But the integers are also rational numbers, and the non-integers, this is the case. But how the general way of representing a rational number? P by Q such that P comma Q are integers and their greatest common divisor is 1. When it is a rational number, the next one is what? Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Not rationals. The next one is what? Irrational numbers. Ir means not. Irrational numbers means what? Not rational numbers. Irrational means not a rational number. But the rational numbers generally you denoted by which one? Q. Rational numbers are generally denoted by which one? Q. But not a Q means it is a complement. Not a Q means what? Complement. So complement is denoted by what? Q dash or that. So irrational numbers denoted by what? Q dash. So Q dash, already I said to you, not a rational numbers. The numbers which you cannot put in the form of a rational are always considered as what? Irrational numbers or not. What are the irrational numbers? Now the irrational numbers are what? Irrational numbers. So irrational numbers are what again? Non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. Because non-terminating recurring decimals is what? Rational number. Non-terminating recurring decimal is what? Rational number. So here irrational means what? Non-terminating, 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 non-recurring decimal, non-recurring decimal on the sorts are also considered as what? Irrational numbers. Also considered as what? Irrational numbers. Non-terminating, non-recurring decimal number. It is not terminating. At the same time, after the decimal, the number is also not recurring. Those are considered as what? Irrational numbers. What is that you see? 2.354637914 like this. See what happened? After the decimal, the number is not terminating. At the same time, there is no recurring or not. Just like this. Here 3535 is repeatedly occurring or not. But that kind of a occurring is not there. Maybe 3 is repeated here twice. 4 is repeated here twice. But it's not occurring, recurring continuously or not. 444 not coming here. 44444 like that is not there. But after the decimal, the number is not terminating. At the same time, same number is not recurring also. So that's why it is called as what? Non-recurring decimal. But recurring means you should get the number is like this 3535353333. But like that is not there. Maybe the number digits 3, 4, 5 may be repeated, but it's not repeating that way. That's why they are called as what? Non-terminating, non-recurring term. Sorts means what? CMS? Square root of a 2. Next square root of a 3. Square root of a 5. Square root of a 7. They are also considered as what? Sort. Recurring, non-terminating, non-recurring decimals, and these sorts also considered as what? Irrational numbers. But root 4 and root 9, root 16, they are not irrational numbers. They are not. So they are not irrational. Why they are not irrational? Root 4 means what? 2. Root 9 is what? 3. Root 16 is what? 4 or not. That's why they are what? Not a irrational numbers. They are only rational numbers. But these are which numbers? Irrational numbers. And next, some special numbers also there. Some special numbers also there. Some special numbers also there. What are those special numbers? E comma pi. The special numbers are what? E comma pi. E is what? Base of a natural logarithm. Pi is what? 22 by 7. But however, it is considered as what? Maybe you are taking 22 by 7 means approximately 3.14 like. But it looks a rational, but it is not a rational number. It is a irrational number. E is also we are taking a 2.7, but it looks a rational, but it is not a rational. It is a irrational number. So these two are special numbers. E comma pi are special numbers. These are also called as a transcendental numbers. So these two special numbers are also considered as a which numbers? Irrational numbers. These are also considered as what? Irrational number. So the extension of integers, we got a rational numbers, and further what? Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers and rational numbers are disjoint. means both has no commonality. So these rational numbers and irrational numbers union is gives a universal set. The union of a rational numbers and irrational numbers is gives what? Real numbers. So what is the real number system? The last one is what? Real number system. Real number system. This real number system is also called as a universal set or not. This real number system is also called as what? Universal set. Universal set meaning is what? Whatever the numbers are existing in the whatever the numbers we are using in this universe, all those numbers are included in this system. Whatever the numbers are using in this universe, means in this world, all those possible numbers are including in this system. That is why it is called as what? Universal system. This real number system or universal system is denoted by, which is denoted by capital R. As I already told you that how this real number system is formed. This real number system is a union of rational numbers and irrational numbers. It is a union of rational numbers and irrational numbers. But rational numbers and irrational numbers has no common terms. Has no common terms. So that means their intersection is always what? 5. So real number system is a universal set which includes all the possible numbers which are existing in this universe in that set. But it is what? It is the union of rational numbers and irrational numbers. It is a union of rational and irrational numbers. That's why the real number system is written as what? Q union Q complement. So Q intersection Q complement. Q means rational amma. Q complement is what? This is a rational and Q complement is what? Irrational. Their union is what? Q dash. Sometimes this real number system can be written as R is equal to minus infinite to plus infinite. R is equal to what? Minus infinite to plus infinite. This minus infinite and plus infinite are not a numbers. They are just the symbols. Those symbols represent what? Minus infinite is represent a largest negative real number. Plus infinite is represent a largest positive real number. Only they are the symbols but not the numbers. That is why I have taken a open interval sum. Sometimes real number system can also be called as real line. What is this? Real line. Real line means what? This is the line or that. Line has a how many points here? Uncountable number of points. That means infinitely many points. This line has how many points? Infinitely many points. So that is uncountable points are that. So that this lower end is a minus infinite, this upper end is a plus infinite. The 0 is a point of bisector. This side we have a positive numbers. This side we have a negative reals. So these all are positive reals. This is gives what? Negative real. 0 is dividing it. That's why 0 is the point of bisector. So sometimes this real number system can also be called as what? Real line. But whenever the word real line means, you take a one line which has infinitely many points. Each point is represented one real number. It has infinitely many points on it. So each point is represent what? One real number. That's why the real number system is also called as a real line. Now the totally this real number system or universal set is the largest induction set. This is a which set? This is the largest induction set. This is the largest induction set. But what is the smallest induction set? The smallest induction set is the natural number set. Smallest induction set is what? Natural number set. But the largest induction set is a universal set or real number set. So this entire process of this number system, how you represent it, look at here. You have to write this one. This is the smallest induction set, that is the natural number set. But this natural number set is a part of a whole number set. Why? Whole number has a one element more than natural number or not. That means natural number is a smaller than whole number system. But this whole number system is a part of what? Integer system. And this integer system is a part of what? Rational number system. Because every integer is a rational number. That's why integer set is a part of rational number set. But this all the rational numbers are also part of what? Real number system on it. So in these circles we came to know that odd is the largest one. That is why it is the largest induction set. N is the smaller one. That's why it is the smallest induction set. So this is the number system. Natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational and irrational. Rational and irrational together is considered as a, this total is a rational part. And other than that part is what? Irrational. If we add this irrational part and rational part, we get a real number system. That's why sometimes the natural number set is also called as a positive integer set. Whenever you use the word positive integer set, you think that that is the natural number set. Whenever you use the word non-negative integer set, you think that that is the whole number system. Okay. Okay, ma. Thank you. So this is the natural number system, whole number system, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers and real number system. This is the basic part of a natural number system. And whole numbers, integers, rational and irrational. So together we discussed today is the number system in which the universal set is a R, smallest set is a natural numbers. Remaining all sets are extension of a natural number sets, whole number set extension, integer set extension, rational set, irrational. Okay.